This episode of TekThing is brought to you by Dell. Hey everyone, Shannon Morse here from CES 2019, and I have got to say I have been very busy running around the entire show floor trying to get hands-on with as many laptops as I can find. I haven't seen all of them yet, but I did want to give you a rundown of my choices for the best picks of 2019 in the laptops. Lenovo gave us a hands-on look at their newest lineup, which included this really cool one called the Yoga S940. The S940 is ultra slim. It only weighs 2.64 pounds, and it's got these teeny tiny bezels on both sides. But even though it's slim, it also packs in some pretty nice power with 16 gigs of RAM. It's got an 8th gen Intel Core i7 and 1 terabyte solid state drive. It's got a 4K UHD HDR display, which is also available if you want to upgrade. This laptop stood out to me specifically because it was very aesthetically pleasing. Like, it's just pretty all around. I love that it had the curved glass screen, and I love the little notch at the top, which made it super easy to open it up. So altogether, that was definitely one of my favorite ultra slim, ultra lightweight laptops. This laptop also comes with Lenovo Smart Assist, which offers eye tracking to move content around on the screen. It has Alexa and Cortana support, which I don't use, but personally you might enjoy it. It's just not something that I like to use. It will be available in May, and it will cost $1499.99 and up. The next one I wanted to mention is from the ThinkPad lineup, which has been one of my favorites for countless years. So this lineup is getting an upgrade too. It's got the new X1 Carbon. That's going to come with upgraded specs, including a new carbon fiber finish, so it's a little bit fancier, a slimmer design. It also has an 8th gen processor, and a better camera and speaker system as well. So this one's going to be $1709.99 in June, so it releases in the summertime. The ThinkPad X1 Yoga as well, this is another one, that now sports a new CNC aluminum chassis, and it's 17% smaller than previously. So it looks really nice. The design on this one is really beautiful, and I like that they were able to make it a little smaller. This one's going to be $1929.99 releasing in June. So next up we have Dell and Alienware, which also released plenty of things earlier this morning, because I'm recording this on, what day is it? Tuesday. So let me tell you a little bit about what Alienware has in stock. So we'll start off with the Alienware Area 51M, which has a completely redesigned concept. It's called Legend. The Area 51M has upgradable graphics and processors, and that's a desktop 9th generation Intel processor, 64 gigs of RAM, 2.5 gigabits Ethernet, and a 144 hertz display. There's also Tobii eye tracking, so I was able to check this out with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which was really cool, and that's also included, along with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX graphics, which you're going to see that as a trend this year as well. Like every laptop maker, if they're doing gaming laptops, they're also including RTX graphics inside either Max-Q or actual desktop ones too. It'll be available for a starting price of $1949.99, and I also wanted to mention the M15 and M17 lines. I just recently reviewed the M15. That one also got an upgrade. It's getting the new GeForce RTX 20 series, Max-Q GPUs, and 9th generation Intel CPUs. So all three of these new laptops will be available on January 29th, so it's coming up pretty quick. The next one is Asus, or Asus, depending on who you are. I've heard it both ways from the PR agency as well. So they introduced some pretty interesting things. I could talk about Mothership. I'm sure you've seen it in the news, but I'm going to save that for another episode that we're doing here on the TekThing channel. The one that I really wanted to speak about is called the 17-inch Zephyrus SGX7. So this one has very thin bezels. It's got the same look as the previous Zephyrus models with the raising lit up bottom, and this one also comes with an 8th gen Intel CPU. Again, it's a 1080p screen with 144 hertz refresh rates, a super low 3 millisecond response time, and it also has NVIDIA G-Sync built in too, which is very cool. It also features NVIDIA RTX 20 series laptop GPUs and 24 gigs of RAM. Now you might be curious about why it's 24, not 32 or 64, which you would normally see, or 16 gigs. Turns out it does come with 2 sticks of RAM, which are 8 gigs, and then another slot which you can add extra to. So kind of strange that there's 3 slots as opposed to 2 or 4, but that's the way they did it. That's what they told me. This laptop also has the side trackpad / number pad, and it also features a volume knob right above the keyboard, which I could definitely see myself using a ton. I really like those little volume knobs. I like that you could switch out the giant power brick for a much smaller USB-C one. If you wouldn't be using this necessarily for gaming whenever you're traveling, or if you want to take this to a coffee shop, you could just simply use a USB-C power brick as opposed to the gigantic one, which is very, very nice. There's no pricing currently available on this one, but we are expecting to see it later this year. And the very last one on my list, but I'm sure I'm going to see plenty more laptops while I'm here, is Acer. They have the Predator Triton 900. So this one is interesting. It has a flipping screen that flips, and it can be switched into more of a presentation or a tablet mode. So that was interesting. This one also includes the GeForce RTX 2080 GPU with Max-Q design, an 8th gen Intel CPU, up to 32 gigs of RAM, and a 4K display with G-Sync as well. I like that they're including G-Sync, that's great. The trackpad is located on the side of the keyboard instead of right underneath it, which I have tried on previous laptops, including the Zephyrus line, and I actually thought it was really comfortable, and I'm totally okay with using that in the future. Now this one is going to be available in March for a whopping $39.99, for $4,000. Let's just say $4,000, not the marketing speak. Yeah, it's expensive, I will be honest. Now these are just a few of all the different laptops that you can see here at CES 2019. I'm sure that I'm going to see a slew of other ones at the Las Vegas Convention Center. So if there are any in particular that you really want me to get hands-on with, let me know in the comments below, because I want to make sure that I'm getting everything on video for you guys and gals out there that are watching the show. And don't forget to subscribe over at youtube.com/TekThing to see all of our CES coverage, because we have a lot more videos coming your way this week, as well as some more information next week. So that's youtube.com/TekThing, and I will see you next time. Alienware's redesigned identity, called Legend, stays true to their core design tenets: sci-fi culture, industrial design, and easily distinguishable characteristics. Legend starts from the ground up, keeping every millimeter fine-tuned for purpose, character, and style. You can see Legend in action with the new Alienware Area 51M, which is available soon. Find out more about how Alienware is innovating the gaming platform over at Dell.com, and we thank Dell for their support of TekThing.